What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today's video, as you can tell by the title, it's going to be a World Cup themed one, and it's going to be my predictions on this year's World Cup. It's finally here, right around the corner. Tomorrow it starts with Russia kicking it off against Saudi Arabia, I believe, and I can't wait to get going now. A month straight of football. It's going to be amazing. All nations are going to give it a real good go, in my opinion. No one's really just going to lay down and just accept defeat. I think all nations will give it a good go in this one, and I think there'll be a few shocks in this year's World Cup, but I think the favourites will come out on top in many games, if you know what I mean. But the underdogs will give it a good go. Now let's get straight into it. In Group A, I've predicted Uruguay to come top and Russia to come second. I've only done that because I feel like Cavani and Suarez will be able to carry Uruguay. Salah can't really carry Egypt on his back, just like he's carried Liverpool all season. But Russia, being the home nation, will have like a hunger inside of them to do well and get through to the knockout stages. So I predicted Uruguay first and Russia second. In Group B, now this morning we've just heard the news that Spain have sacked the manager because he's been announced to Real Madrid, etc. and all this lot. So Spain have got no manager going into the World Cup, and it starts tomorrow. So just for that reason, I've picked Portugal first and Spain second, because whoever comes in as Spain's manager, the players won't want to play for him, if you know what I mean. So I've gone for Portugal first and Spain second. In Group C, there's only one winner, and that's France. And then I've predicted Denmark to come second ahead of Australia and Peru, but the other two nations will give it a good go, in my opinion. In Group D, I believe this is Group D? Yeah, in Group D, Argentina to finish first and Croatia to finish second. Iceland will give it a good go, Nigeria will give it a good go, but I believe Croatia and Argentina's teams will be too good, and Argentina will probably come out on top of that group because of their game against Croatia. They'll probably beat them. Group E now. It is Brazil to finish first, in my opinion, and Serbia to finish second. Now the second spot is open for all three of them nations. Any three of them could take it. I just got a gut feeling Serbia may do it. Could be totally wrong or anything, but I'm going to give it to Serbia for second spot in Group E. Now Group F, I've got Germany to finish first and Mexico to finish second. Germany, clear favourites for the group, obviously, and one of the favourites to win the whole tournament. It's Germany, for God's sake. And Mexico to finish second. I believe that they've got quite a good team, in my opinion. Whereas Sweden and Korea probably finish bottom of the group. Sweden will give it a good go, but I don't believe they'll be up to Mexico's standards. So I've got Germany going through in top and Mexico going through second. Group G now, this is my group I'll be looking closely at. It's Belgium, Panama, Tunisia and England. I believe Belgium will top the group just because look at their team, it's ridiculous. In my opinion, they're one of the favourites to win it on paper. If you look at the team, they've got arguably the best team going into the tournament. Panama and Tunisia, they'll make a good fight of it, but I can't see them being there, and I can see England going through second. Going into the last group now, it's Group G. Poland, Senegal, Colombia and Japan. In my opinion, Japan will finish bottom, so they're completely out of it. And then for the other three nations, it's just so hard to pick. But I'm going to go Poland top and Colombia second, seeing as I think Colombia will have too much for Senegal when they play. But depending on other results, it could go Senegal's way. But the top spot and second spot is open for all three of them nations. Going into the first game of the round of 16 now, it's going to be Uruguay and Spain based on my predictions. And albeit Spain will have no manager, and that's why I made them finish second in the group, I still believe they'll have enough and a good enough team to beat Uruguay. So I've got Spain advancing in that game. Portugal and Russia, I think this is where the home nations World Cup ends. Portugal, I think, got a very good team. Obviously CR7, Ruben Neves if he's going, Carvalho, Pepe, all these lot. I think they'll be good enough to knock out Russia. So I've got them to win that one. France and Croatia, what a game that is. But France, in my opinion, will take that game. They'll just usher Croatia aside, but Croatia will give it a very good go. Argentina, Denmark. Messi's World Cup carries on, in my opinion, here. He knocks Christian Eriksen's Denmark out of the tournament straight away. But there'll be a good game, to be fair. Argentina with a very good attack but a bit of a shaky defence, and Denmark with a very average team, and then Christian Eriksen in there. But Argentina, in my opinion, will take that one. Brazil and Mexico, this is where I think we could see Brazil dominate in a game. No disrespect to Mexico, but I just feel like Brazil have too much for them. They've not got the strongest of the defence as Mexico, and looking at Brazil's attack, it's very, very nasty as in the way it attacks. So I'm going to go Brazil for that one. Germany, Serbia, only one winner here, Germany. I don't have to go into explanation with that one. Belgium, Colombia will be a good team. Colombia may try and catch them on the counter-attack with Cuadrado and that lot, but Belgium should have enough to just usher them aside. Poland, England. Now I believe England will go through here and make it to the quarterfinals, but Poland's got a very good team. Lewandowski, Błaszczykowski, Piszczek, Fabianski, a lot of good players, Glick, but I just feel like England will have enough to move Poland aside. So going into the quarterfinals now, it's Spain and France, and this is where I believe the 2010 World Cup winners, Spain, their World Cup ends here. They've got no manager going into it. We still don't know who will be their manager going into it, and obviously that's going to have a big effect on the players. World Cup starting tomorrow, and they've just had the manager sacked. They didn't want him sacked. They tried rebelling against the decision, but the FA said no one cares what the players think, it's their decision, so they've sacked the manager. But I believe France's tournament will carry on here, and they'll just beat Spain 1 or 2-0 and make Spain look quite average, to be fair. Now this is the big one. Messi versus Ronaldo. Portugal versus Argentina. This is a very big game. Portugal's defence is starting to get a bit old now in Pepe, Coentrão and people like that. But can the attacking CR7, Neves, Andre Gomez, all these lot pull through? All Argentina's very, very good attack do it for them. I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. I'm going to go for Argentina because I believe Portugal could be favourites for that one, because Argentina doesn't really turn up at World Cups, like tournaments, do they? They've lost the last 3 finals in my, I think I can remember they've lost the 3 finals. So I'm going to go Argentina to advance in that one. Now this is arguably the best game of the whole tournament, Brazil and Belgium. In my opinion, the 2 best teams that are there. Like, the way they can do stuff to teams. Brazil, the best team in the tournament, is in the way they can rip a team apart with that attack. Defence isn't the best, but it's a very good defence with also with Thiago Silva, Marcelo. Dani Alves would have been going, but I think he's injured. So Brazil's got a good defence, but it's starting to age a bit now, and they're gonna get a bit tired and things like that. Whereas Belgium's still got a very young team with Hazard, not young, but in the prime, if you like. But I can see Brazil beating Belgium in this one. Germany, England. As much as I'd like to say England will beat Germany, Germany are one of the favourites, and I'll have to accept Germany will probably beat England in this one, and they'll advance on to the semi-finals. But as an England fan, I'll take a quarter-final finish. Honestly, I will. If we can go from losing to Iceland in the Euros in 2016, in the round of 16, I believe that was, and then going to all the way to the quarter-finals and playing Germany in the World Cup after that with a very young team, bearing in mind some of their first World Cups. We've got 19-year-old Trent Alexander-Arnold in there, Pickford, Butland, Pope, Rashford, Lingard, Ali. Very young team. I'll accept that as an England fan, quarter-finals. But going into the semi-finals now, the first semi-final, in my opinion, as in the way I've predicted all the results, is panned out as France versus Belgium. This will be a very good team, a very tight game, but this is hard. Who do I go for, France or Brazil? I think France's team, as a team, is the best in the tournament. That hit them or Germany, in my opinion. They've got the best teams. I'm going to go for France to beat Brazil in this one. Brazil will have a good World Cup, score quite a lot of goals and hurt teams, but I just believe France's team will be too much for them. So France to win that one. And Argentina versus Germany. I think this was the World Cup final in 2014 one. And people wanted, obviously, Argentina to win it because of Messi. He's never won a World Cup. But Götze came off the bench late on and scored for Germany. And I believe Germany will do the same in this one. I think they will advance into the final. Argentina will give it a good go, and I feel disappointed for Messi because it probably is his last World Cup. But I feel Germany will have enough to move Argentina aside. And then it's the final, France versus Germany. Now, I've backed one team in this. If you go watch my next gen video, which is on my other channel with my mate, I predicted one team to win it over there, and it's one of these teams. I believe the team is very, very good. Maybe not as good as it could be, but it's very, very good. And I believe France will get the win in this one. I think France will win the whole World Cup. Germany at the end of the day, they'll do good, whether they play bad or play good. At the end of the day, they're a very good team, Germany are, but I just think France could have enough to do it this year. Mbappe looks on form, Griezmann, Pogba, Kante, Lloris, Mendy. It's a very good team when you look at it. But also Germany is a very good team. That final could go either way, but in my opinion I backed France from the start, and I'll have to keep backing them. And France will get the win in the 2018 World Cup, in my opinion. England, my home nation, finishing the quarterfinals and lose to Germany, I'll accept that. If you lose to arguably the best team there, then no being ashamed of that or anything. Quarterfinals are a good finish for a young team, and we can bounce on that in the 2022 World Cup, maybe even the 2020 Euros. But I've got France to win the whole thing, and I've backed them from the start. Now, going on to top goal scorer, I believe that France's man will be the top goal scorer, Antoine Griezmann. The longer they stay in the tournament, the more goals he will score, because to get to the final, teams like France will need someone to propel them there, whereas Germany, the whole team will chip in. Like, Boateng may score a goal from a corner or things like that. Muller scores a few goals. Werner will get a few goals this year. But that's good to have a whole team to do it. But when it's down to one player in France's team to score the goals, I feel like it will be Griezmann in that team. Pogba giving him the ball, Mbappe, people like that giving him the ball. I feel like Griezmann can finish on 6-7 goals this tournament, and he'll go through as the top goal scorer and also the best player, because mainly the top goal scorer gets the best player. I believe Griezmann will set the tournament alight, and then he could get his move to Barcelona after the World Cup. Well, that's going to do it for the end of the video. If you enjoyed, then drop a like below, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below what other content you would like to see me do before the season starts again in normal football. And until then, see ya.